My name's Jason Pegler and I set up Chipmunkapublishing, the mental health publisher. We're a social enterprise that gives a voice to people with mental illness. I had manic depression when I was at school. For several years I was in and out of psychiatric wards. I was in 4 different psychiatric wards and spent over a year in hospital and 2 years suicidal. Being in a psychiatric ward for 6 months at the age of 17 was something that really stuck with me, and it changed me as a person. It made me more sensitive as a person. It made me grow up quicker, and it made me determined that one day I would find my vocation in life. One day I would work out how to make the world a better place and how to empower people with mental illness so that there was no humiliation. That's the word that I found for it then. And it was writing that began my recovery. As soon as I started writing, then that empowered me and it helped me take a step forward and accept my past and move on with my present. I was writing the book to help another 17-year-old. If I could help one 17-year-old who was diagnosed with manic depression, then my book writing was worthwhile. And I've had hundreds and hundreds of emails saying I'm that 17-year-old or I'm that person, which is an amazing feeling. It makes you want to do more and more and give more and more people a voice. And Chipmunka is all about encouraging other people to become social entrepreneurs and leaders and go out and help the community. So the more I can lead and empower people, the more people can do the same with their books and their titles. In the last 8 years we've published around 750 ebooks on our website now, and we have 500 paperbacks. And like I said, we give a voice to people with mental illness. Writing was a very cathartic experience for me. It was very up and down. It was like looking in a mirror at myself, accepting what happened to my past. Being published was like drawing a line in the sand and being able to move forward in my life. I became part of the mental health community. I went to conferences all around the country and I would give talks about my book, or I would sell my book. And what I found was, if I saw a patient that couldn't afford my book, I would just give them a copy because I could see that they weren't well in their eyes and I knew it would help them. And if I saw a member of staff, I'd make them buy it because I thought, well, they can afford it, it's only a tenner. And it just went from there and grew and grew. Writing helped me, being honest with myself helped me. Writing forced me to evaluate my life and where I was in that particular moment in time. I eventually had to make the decision to have the emotional strength to power my way through, to improve my life, to conquer the fear, to face the fear and to move on with whatever the issues were in my life. And for me, that meant changing my exercise, changing my circumstances, my work, changing my relationships, the people I hang around with. So we're all vulnerable as human beings, but we all have potential to be great and to succeed as well. And where you focus on life is where you end up. I'm very sure of that. So the idea is, if you're in a negative mindset and you're feeling trapped, you have to somehow break this pattern and start positive thinking and really snap your way out of it and be forward. Thinking positive, being positive, exercising, making goals, imagining a happier self. You can change, and if you make a 1 degree shift one day, then that 1 degree shift is a very powerful tool over weeks, years, months. So anyone there who's out there and they feel alone, they feel desperate, there is hope.